Hi everyone. This video is going to be a trigger job I'm going to be doing for a friend of mine. I built this whole AR together, the upper and the lower. If you look at my past videos, you can see the gun shooting. It was a Daniel Defense 16-inch mid-length barrel upper, and this is the lower. I'm going to do a trigger job on the Mil Spec. Basically, I'm going to polish. I'm also going to do put a set screw in for a trigger adjuster that I have put together. Basically, it's a shorter pistol grip spring, pistol grip screw, stainless steel, and a set screw, which is also stainless steel, that I put in the trigger, and it takes the creep out of the Mil Spec trigger. Very easy. If you don't like it, you could always take it apart and put it back to normal, but it takes all the creep out, and with the trigger job and everything, you can lighten. Real nice trigger job on it. So let's get to it. First step, obviously, is to take out the pistol grip, which we have to turn this baby around. Obviously, with the camera, it could hard to take it out, but got it. Now, all my builds, I put hex head pistol grip screws, which actually, if you look on eBay, you could get it. Just look on the pistol grip screws, because a lot of the ARs have lower parts kit come with a flathead screwdriver, and to get a screw in there with a flathead screwdriver is real pain. So I always use a hex head, which I have, and don't forget to take the spring out. This is the pistol grip screw, 1 inch, and this is the new one, which is 3/4 of an inch, and then I put a set screw, which is a 1/4 inch set screw, which brings it back up to 1 inch. So you can see, obviously you don't need this one anymore. Alright, next step, let's take the detent off. You don't want to lose the detent on the trigger detent. Put that in there. And then now we have to take the hammer and the trigger out and give it a polish. Okay, let's take the hammer off and the trigger. First we have to take the hammer off. Just need a punch, pushing out these 2 pins. You need to put a little pressure on the pin. The hammer is always the hardest one to come out. There it goes. Relieve the pressure. Now this is where we're going to be polishing. That's right where the trigger touches the hammer and then pulls off and it comes forward. Put that in the pin. Now the trigger, just the easiest way is just put a little pressure on the trigger, on the sear actually, and it should come right out, just like that. Caught the pin, put it in there. You can take everything out. You don't really need the sear, so you could just take that out, put it in there. And what we're going to be doing is doing the polish right here. Basically polishing this surface right here. How it works is this surface locks into the hammer just like that, and as you pull the trigger down, then the hammer flies. So it sits. So that part is what you need to polish. Now I want to show you, this is a stainless steel trigger that I had for a long time. You can see that from the factory it comes with, there's a lip right here. A lot of them has a lip because basically from the factory they just cut it and no polishing or anything, so you just need to polish that surface. Don't know if you can see in the camera, you can see that little lip, that's what we need to get off. This trigger has been used a couple times, but with that trigger I had a problem because it was just locking up. But you can see right here on this trigger, it has a little lip too that we're going to polish off. This is the trigger that came with this one. So now we're going to do some polishing. Now let's tap the threads on the pistol grip screw. Now I have another lower receiver to show you. Now the pistol grip screw, the hole goes straight through, as you can see. I could probably shine a light on there. Now the pistol grip screw hole goes straight through the upper receiver, through the lower receiver, complete hole. And it's also tapped, but it's not tapped completely through. Some lower receivers, you might be lucky, and some of them are tapped all the way through. So now you have to chase the threads and just tap the rest going all the way through, which is fairly simple. You need to get a tap, obviously, a 1/4 by 28 tap, small one, and we have to tap the hole. So let's do that. Okay, let's tap this. Now first you just start it, because obviously it's threaded here, so you're basically just getting it started. Like I said, it's a 1/4 by 28 tap that you need. Could probably look in the hardware store, probably has it. Now before I reach the tip, do need to lubricate it. WD-40, whatever you have. It's aluminum, so it's not much you need. Just a little dab of oil on the top. Now the best thing to do is 2 turns, 1 back. 2 turns, 1 back. That way you're cutting into the metal, so you thread in the metal, and all the metal flakes are coming out into the grooves right here. 2, 1 back. 2, 1 back. You could do 3. I don't know if you can hear on the video, but you could feel it getting more tension. My neighbor finally shut his mower off. Okay, that's it. I just back it off. As you can see, it's coming out easy. Now you can see all the, on the thread, you can see all the shavings of the metal. Alrighty, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to blow off all the shavings on the inside, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's put the trigger in. I already put the spring on, put the sear. Fits in like that. Alright, I took the safety off. It's much easier to just put the trigger in with the safety off. It slides right in. Line up the holes. Now, if you haven't done this for a lot, best thing to do is, if you have a smartphone, take a video and videotape it, or take a picture so you can see how all the springs and everything goes, so you can always reference back on your smartphone. You have to excuse my neighbor, he decides to cut the grass when I'm doing a video, but that's alright. Now let's do the hammer. Okay, let's do the trigger adjuster. Now the trigger adjuster consists of a shorter pistol grip screw, 3/4 inch, hex head stainless steel, and a 1/4 inch set screw. Now the set screw is what adjusts the trigger. If you go on eBay and look under AR trigger adjuster screw, I have this little kit. It comes in a bag, 3/4 inch screw, 1/4 inch set screw. Reason why I did that was on eBay was because I was looking around. I had to try 4 or 5 different hardware stores to find the proper screws, and I couldn't find them, so I actually had to order packs of 100 screws and 100 set screws in stainless steel, because they didn't have them in stainless steel, but they had them in black. And so I'm just selling them on eBay. Don't really need 100 set screws and 100 screws. Anyway, let's put the set screw in. Okay, let's put the trigger adjuster kit. First, you need some Loctite. This is semi-permanent. That way you could always take it off, put a stock trigger screw in. And basically all I'm doing is threading the set screw up in the pistol grip screw hole. And basically what it's doing is, the trigger is right here. You are pushing this up to take the creep out of the trigger. That's that long pull. So you need to put the hammer back, put it on safe, then thread it till the set screw hits the safety. And you can see, like, when I let the safety go, it falls. Now what I'll do is, once the set screw touches the safety, that's as far as you want to go. Now as I tighten it, you're going to see the trigger come back slowly. Hasn't reached the trigger yet, but eventually you're going to see. Right around there, you can see the trigger moving back slowly as I turn. It's not there yet. Right around there, see the trigger? As I move forward, the trigger's coming back. See? Right there. Now you can see if I turn it, safety falls, because obviously the detent is not there, so just my fingers holding it up. So you just tighten it till it touches. See? Tighten it. Now it's right there. Now as you can see, the safety still works. It's just a little tension on it, and it takes the creep back just as the trigger set screw pushes it up. Now it's touching the safety right there, so you don't have that long trigger pull. And put it on fire. You can see it still works. You have just like just a little creep. You don't want to take all the creep out, because as soon as you touch the trigger, it shoots off. Just a little creep, boom, a nice break with that polished trigger. Now if you want, you could put a lighter. JP Enterprises has a lighter trigger spring kit. It comes with a trigger spring and a hammer spring, and you could probably get it down to like 4 pounds. I like the stock springs. A couple of people bend the springs up too, to make it lighter, but that's pretty good. You don't need it any lighter than that. I mean, if you could put the lighter springs to make it about 3-4 pounds. Everything works just like normal. Just took a lot of creep up with that set screw. So now that's about it. Put it on fire. Now I put Loctite on it, so you don't really want to mess with it too much, because you want that Loctite to harden, dry up, dry overnight, set overnight, I guess I should say. And everything is working fine. Safe and fire. So now let's put the pistol grip back on. Okay, let's put the pistol grip back on. Obviously we have to turn this puppy around, put it on safe. Now Now this trigger adjuster helps take up all the creep off of there. And if you could make a lighter trigger pull by just polishing it up and everything, getting it real polished nice and everything, get the weight down, helps a lot. And like I said, if you put a shorter spring, JP Enterprise spring makes this thing real light trigger pull. Anyway, let's put a detent back in. Put the pistol grip. Now there's a little hole for the spring, and this spring fits in that hole where the detent just went in, just like that. Then don't forget to take the lock wash off of the old pistol grip screw and put it on the shorter one. Try doing that with a flathead. There you go. Now it's all done. Safe, fire. Oh, that's nice. That's just a little creep. Boom. Nice quick break. Smooth trigger pull. Okay, everyone. That's my trigger job. Like I said, go on eBay. Trigger adjuster, AR trigger adjuster kit. You could get the set screw and the shorter pistol grip screw. Stainless steel, Allen head. And just watch the video and you could do a nice little trigger job on your AR. And like I said, if you don't like it, you could always just pull it back out, put the stock pistol grip screw on, and it takes the creep back out. But it's real nice now. Boom. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and check out my other videos also. Thanks.